Ben, can you hear me?
Welcome to Decoding 40 After Dark.
Sent me some on my phone and it said that I hog-tied her. I don't know how to hog-tie people. What would I hog-tie?
Apparently, R. Kelly does know how to hog-tie people and was found guilty of hog-tying motherfuckers. So, there you go. There goes the hog-tie. That's probably going to be the last time we'll play that video because R. Kelly might be getting hog-tied in jail. Whilst... Is that a squirrel smoking a blunt behind you, Mac?
Yeah, that was from when Slink was here. He's still high. He hasn't left the room yet.
He's still smoking a blunt right now. Shout out to everybody who's joining us right now. R. Kelly, Robert Sylvester Kelly was found guilty. And I believe it was all of all 14 counts. And the meme world was ablaze with all types of memes and gifs going around. Just him in jail. I'm getting feedback. Him being in jail and all this other stuff. So it was. I don't know how you feel about it, fellas.
For me, I'm not guilty.
Yeah, well, he's something right now. Yeah, he's definitely something.
Phil, what's up, brother? How are you?
What's going on? What's going on, guys? Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, we have Phil in the building. All right, from Highly Melanated.
Highly Melanated, shout out.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
Great
to Highly Melanated podcast.
No doubt, no doubt. I listened to the interview when L was on there, and very good.
No,
show.
I was on his other. I'm sorry. PJ Ryan has multitude of platforms. I was on another program that he produces.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Did I blow something up? Did I let the cat out the bag?
No.
Is he going to be fired from the other podcast?
No, I can't be fired from. I can't be fired from. Maybe I can't be fired from something I own. So.
Oh, hey, brother,
talk that boss talk. Talk that.
Listen.
Talk. I need more of that. I need more of that tonight, Phil. I need that boss talk tonight. Only boss talk tonight. It's
Phil
only.
Phil
that's
said,
all we do here.
Excuse me, Negro. I'm the boss.
Listen. My name is Mac, aka Mr. Rock, and we only doing boss talk tonight. Just boss talk tonight. Boss moves being made today. Boss talk only tonight.
We got Slink in the building. What's up, Slink?
Slink Boogie, what up, B?
What's going on, man?
Slink Johnson.
Alric couldn't make it tonight because he's probably maybe on an airplane right now. I'm not sure. He's out in LA. He was out there. Actually went to Slink's show taping yesterday.
Very cool.
We're looking forward to the stories. I saw a little bit of what Slink posted on his page yesterday, just what was going down at his show. Pimps and Kinfolks. So shout out to Pimps and Kinfolks, Smoke Yours, and the whole crew. So what's going on, PJ?
Nothing much, man. Right now, I'm just glad to be here. I'm like, number one, L knows this, and I've never really got to tell you guys. I actually fucking adore this show, man. Like from the first time I've heard it, and I love y'all growth. Y'all have matured. Y'all getting better and better at this craft.
Have we?
Finally, somebody's got a better mic.
I don't think you've listened to the show.
I have a rap behind me smoking a blunt, but we've gotten more mature. Like, what is wrong?
Look, that's all you're supposed to like. You know, I mean, you got your routine down, but you know, everybody's mic is all together now, so it's good.
Yeah. L's using the earpods tonight because he said he was too lazy to hook up the mic. I'm not mad at him though. He's like, fuck it, fuck your podcast.
It's not even too lazy. You know what? I can get into it right now. I had an interesting meeting today with a gentleman who infuses THC with a bunch of other products. And he afforded me the opportunity to drink some wine and some sorrel that he infused with THC, ginger, and a few other ingredients that escape my mind at this point.
He must be Trini.
He's Jamaican.
sorrow. I have sorrow. I put the little tear shape on the sorrow there. You know, I drink this, my friend. Drink this.
And
this,
the fact is, I am ready to go to sleep right now.
He's like, my youth. Take a sip.
Who are you, my youth?
My youth. Drink, you're drunk. Not only are you drunk and high at the same time. Great.
Right. And
gotta
that's
love
what's happening right now.
And it's a battle in your body.
So it's not that he didn't want to use the mic. He couldn't actually find it. He could not bring himself to find out where it was.
Like, what
the mic was too far.
Fuck your mic.
It was on the other nights then.
He's like, fuck your mic, nigga. I ain't gonna mic.
I wasn't rolling over that bed for nobody.
No. Yeah, I was asleep on the couch like, oh. Matter of fact, PJ got me up because he texted me, said he didn't have the link. So I was like, I guess I got to get up right now.
Yeah, my bad on that, PJ, because I literally I was upstairs eating some dinner before I got on the mic. I don't know what it is. I think it was just a lazy day because the weather's kind of changing. You got that breeze coming through the window. And as they call it in the South, they call it the hag. The hag had me, man. It was like, you're not getting up from your nap.
This is my weather, though. This is my weather of choice right here.
Same.
This is definitely. I'm a Libra, so like this is Libra season, and it's definitely my weather. I'm sorry. Look, my birthday's coming up. I love the season change. I love the colors. I love everything. I love sweater weather. Weather. I love it. So yeah.
Wait, so this birthday you actually enter into the 40s? You're like at the doorstep.
I'm actually opening my first door. I've been in the foyer this whole year. So now I'm turning 41.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You've been standing on the precipice of 40. So now you actually enter in your 41st chapter or 42nd, depending on how you count it, but your 41st chapter. Am I correct?
Yeah, now I'm finally walking through the door. I'm going to put my bag down there as soon as I get through that door. Rearrange some shit the way I wanted it to be.
Listen, we're across the room. We're across the room, and we've been smoking cigars and drinking whiskey for the last 7 years. So we welcome you, sir.
Make sure you stand. Make sure you stand closer to the bathroom because you'll have to go there more frequently, just so you know.
Okay.
Very important.
We're actually about to walk down the hall, as a matter of fact, to another room.
Yeah, we're close.
50.
We're close to 50, brother.
Man.
But you said something about sweater weather. You know, what I noticed about if I can say the hood is hood cats like cooler weather because they get to wear their fly shit. Polo shit, the whole shit. That was my favorite shit.
see, women own the summer.
Yeah, sundress season.
Men own the winter.
Yeah, you get to put on your Timberlands. You get to put on your jeans,
you do multiple layers. You do suedes and your hats,
your sweater vests, your sweater hats,
all that.
So for the listeners that don't know, PJ, tell us about yourself, man. What do you do, and tell us about the podcast and everything you're doing, man.
All right, so I am, if you actually Google me, I am PJ Ryan for most people. For most people who actually follow me on Facebook, I am Philip James. I am the producer, creator, and editor, and everything. Just it's a lot of shit of the Highly Melanated podcast, which is now hosted by myself. Along with Blair Tate and Red, aka Chris. And we're a show that we talk about everything that actually affects our community. We don't really get into a lot of pop culture, but we deal with everything that has everything to do with everything melanated. So every issue we've had, Black therapists, Black doulas, Black, people running for city Congress, Senate, city council, things of that nature. Did I say city Congress? I sure enough did.
Yes, you did. I was going to call you out on it, but you corrected it. So
it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm
running
for city Congress next year, so it's fine.
Elle was a guest. Elle was a guest on another podcast I have called the Dear You Project. That's kind of in remission right now. Revamping everything. So I pulled actually all the episodes off to repurpose that project, which is centered around a Dear You letter that everybody writes, essentially to help the listener know that you're not alone in whatever it is that you're going through. But it's a letter of growth, a letter of change. It could be whatever it's written to. It's not all sad. Some people have gotten real deep. I've had one written to his mother who used to abuse him, but a lesbian couple wrote to the insecure little Black girl Somebody she wrote to Brooklyn because that's the city that raised her. So it's it's a plethora of things. I have another one. I think this is on hold indefinitely right now. It's Willing and Waiting. I host this with Blair as well from Highly Melanated. That's a podcast about celibacy. The first season we were both celibate. We were trying to do a second season. I'm not sure where we are with this. She has a boyfriend and I'm just out here in these streets. So there's no need for me to sit here and talk about being celibate, but it's more so to get people to share their stories, why they chose celibacy. Off of the airways, I'm an actor. I've been on several different television shows such as Power, Murphy Brown, so many, Ray Donovan, the list kind of goes on a little bit. As well as certain off-Broadway shows. My mentor is Felicia Rashad, the great.
Oh wow,
Felicia Rashad. Yeah, she taught me I'm actually one of the inaugural class of her Black Arts Theater movement for Stella Adler. So she taught us. It was a great intensive. But other than that, only thing else I really do is just make sure people laugh, people live their life. And I teach kids digital photography, video editing, and podcasting.
That's super dope.
You have a large plate, my friend.
I have a question for you.
I'm tired.
I have a question. Since you've been on Power, I have a very important question. How are the drinks in the bathrooms at Truth? That's really what I want to know. How are the drinks?
So let me tell you about.
Did
Truth,
you say?
right?
I'm sorry. Did you say the drinks? And the bathrooms?
And the bathrooms.
Oh, I thought you said in the bathroom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who the fuck is drinking in the bathroom like that? Like,
no, if I drink, I gotta go take a piss. I just want to know.
Got it.
That whenever you're on any television show, any drink, you should not be drinking it. Like if they give you a drink, don't drink that drink. Okay, that should.
Wait, I did not know that. Why?
Because it's not real. Unless they pour it. If they pour it, like you see them pour it, then you know,
everything else is fake. Yeah, everything else is
just like old apple juice. There's like lint all up in it or whatever have you. Here's a funny story about one of the episodes we did when we were at Truth. People, that the episode where Raina, the funeral for Raina, about 4 people got their items stolen. Because that was a crew, not just like the actual cast, but on top of that, background and everything. That was about like 400 people on set. You can't keep all the PAs can't keep control of everything that's going on. And 4 people got a lot of their stuff like looted. So thank God I wasn't one of them. So because
hold up. Power be keeping it real, son. They be stealing shit from there, my nigga. Yeah, be stealing this
keep
shit.
acting on their toes.
What is it? Power never sleeps. Power never stops.
Yeah, so that's
Wait, now,
if you're curious.
Was it in Power that you played a husband in like a grief group setting?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's where I remember.
And they cut my scene out. So I was in 502, 503, 508, and 510. And they cut my scene out. These episodes, right? So they cut my scene out. I got paid still extra for the actual interaction I had with the main actress, where she cried, I cried, she cried, I cried, and we did this all day long. And when you actually look at the episode, it was just her crying and her husband crying. It was like, okay, well, damn, shit.
I thought you had lines though.
I did. They cut that shit.
Yeah.
They cut your lines. Hold up. Those bastards cut your lines and your fucking tears. You know how hard it is to cry on cue, nigga? Like you
every single shot, every single time. It's extremely hard. All right. So I'm looking, but it's good because if somebody's crying, I cry too. So don't none of y'all start crying, please.
So now is Notori as tiny as she looks?
So is Amari. They're roughly.
Amari's little. I saw Amari in person, and I was like, little guy.
Great actor. It's funny how on TV they look, larger than life, so to speak, and then you see them in person, they're little as hell. I'm 6'2", so I would look like a fucking giant to most of these people. How tall are you?
Yeah, I'm 5'11".
Yeah, that's why they cut you out, man. You're too tall for the scene. I think that's what happened. They were like, nah, this guy's too tall.
So this is an even better story. So, all right. So, for all you listening audience, right? Okay.
Hi, y'all. I'm a homosexual.
So during the scene, right? There was a circle, And so they didn't tell us where Omari was actually sitting, right? And so the bigger story about this is I wrote, I created a list of people I wanted to work with. And the people I wanted to work with, Omari was actually at the top because he was like my boy crush. So I wanted to work on Power or somewhere with him. And that was the first gig I actually booked. In that scene, I ended up actually sitting directly next to him. So they were going around and they were doing last looks and they were telling us this is like what we were going to do. And this is 502. So this was like my first day. And last looks came. She was just doing all the powder stuff and fixing everybody's, clothes, whatever. And she looked at me and she looked at Omari and then she looked at the director and they talked and they swapped me out from sitting directly next to him, which by the way, the whole entire time I was sitting there, bitch. The whole entire time.
They'll tell you spilling your drink every time.
The whole entire time I was sitting there like this. So they moved me to be across, and I was like, "That's perfect. This is like
it's a better look, right?
I'm looking directly at you." And I asked her, "Why is
you making Omari uncomfortable? You making him uncomfortable?"
No, he was fine. He's actually a really cool brother. He's actually a really cool down brother. Just don't fuck with him when he's with his family. But she said to me, and it made me feel good. She was like, "We just can't have two pretty sitting next to each other." So they put him in between two old couples.
Okay.
And put me directly across. Yeah. I felt good for it.
Wait, did they tell the other actors, listen, you're ugly. I need to move you closer to Omari.
Hey, Ugmug 1 and Ugmug 2.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, the one with the cross eyes. The cross eyes and the fucked up teeth. Right next to Omari, please. Thank you.
Actually, he did have fucked up teeth.
Wow.
You called
Hold up. I need a job on one of these shows because I know how to put some ugly motherfuckers next to some pretty people. You with the cross eyes and the club foot. Come over here, please. Hop your ass over here.
But since then, I haven't had any desire to actually I'd rather create it because that's number one, where money is, and number two, I would rather write our stories and show our stories then versus reading somebody else's lines and telling them what they want.
What's up. Well, let me know because I need a check. I do voiceover, whatever you need, brother. Listen, I'll tap dance, just
we need a Savion fill in. All right.
Listen,
all right.
I can do it. I'm light skinned like him. Put a dreadlock wig on me. I'll fucking tap dance.
Everybody be like, what is Vin doing? Hello, my baby. Hello, my dog.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Hello, my lifetime brow.
Yo, what's up, Jorge? In that building, my man Jorge in the building representing Cali.
Beto, what's up?
Beto 527 is in the building.
What's going on?
Derek is in the building.
Mr. Berry, Mr.
Mr.
Berry.
What's
going on? What's going on? Of course, Slink is in the building as well.
What's good? What's good?
Oh man, Lord have mercy. That's
Slink, I'm mad because I really was hoping that he would fall asleep, and I was really betting on that time. 10:58 was my time.
I thought you was gonna win it. I thought you was gonna win. I literally thought he was gonna fall asleep on the mic and start snoring.
Really you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I've known Slink now for Jesus Christ about 10 years. And I've never been to LA yet. I got to get out there. He's been to New York several times. He's come over to the house and everything like that. Slink is an early riser. Slink will get up. At the one time he was here, I had him. He was over the house. He had stayed over the house, and I was getting up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Slink was up and ready to go at 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah, but 4 or 5 in the morning for him. Yeah, but 4 or 5 in the morning for him is 7 or 8.
No, it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right. What are you doing?
Earlier.
Yeah,
so he's in LA. So
I'm not high yet, but I'm working.
Yeah. He's not. He's in LA.
He's
not
on
London.
London time. He's on London time.
Don't worry, I can get up real early. No, he was up early.
He's not even on London time. He's in the mid Atlantic.
What is he in the Bahamas? Bermuda? Where is he at? He's in Cape Verde. No, it's he was up early as fuck. And that's how he rocks, man. So like he said, 7 o'clock his time is his bedtime at this point because he's up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I guess that's just how he is, man. But anyway, man, Let me know when you make your way over here. Yes. Listen, when Decoding40 comes to the West Coast, man, we're definitely gonna let everybody know.
Yeah, we're gonna have a night out with the fans, listeners, and friends. You know what I'm saying?
No
We're
doubt.
gonna have an evening with Decoding40.
We're missing John Paul tonight. Our boy in Australia.
Our Aussies, super Aussie.
Our Aussie. He's not in the building tonight, man. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dock his pay.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
We got any videos?
Yeah, I think I got some stuff here. Let me see what I got here. Right.
What you got there, Smokey?
This one I like. This particular dude does a lot of good TikTok videos, and he's been talking about COVID, the different variants, stuff like this. So this video is funny to me. I'm gonna play it right now.
So yes, you've tested positive for COVID, so I'm gonna need you to quarantine for 2 weeks. But I'm vaccinated. That is correct. But this is a new strain called the Delta variant. I can go ahead and write you a letter for your job to let them know that you're not going to be coming. It is true. There is a multiverse. What? The Delta variant. It's from a different timeline, correct? I'm sorry, I'm not following. Don't you get it? This is what Phase 4 is all about. Our freedom from this pandemic. It's all just a Nexus event, isn't it? Don't look at me like I'm crazy. I know what I'm talking about. Sir, why don't you lay down and get some rest? No, I gotta tell my family. Sir? I gotta warn them. Sir. I gave you a chance to let it go, but it seems like you know too much. No, please, I beg of you. I'm sorry, but we do what we must to preserve the sacred timeline. Please, no. Please, I beg of you, no. No!
The pruning.
Yo, that goes to that's like how crazy I think that some of this anti-vax movement has gone very left. You know what I mean? I've gotten to arguments with people about this. People have, you're a sheep. I've gotten all. Listen, I'm waiting for them to push the button. Give me a timeline. Give me a date. Let me know. Is it 5 years from now? Because I won't give a fuck from this point on. I won't care anymore. I'll just walk the earth until that button gets pushed and I collapse or I turn into a zombie. It's like this shit is so left nowadays. Like the fuck. But that's a testament to how left it is. How some of these people think.
Well, two things. First, did you guys watch the Loki series on Marvel? Because that's what that's a take on.
That's exactly what that's from.
I didn't say that, but I'm familiar with Marvel and that whole multiverse and everything else.
Secondly, I'm concerned that all of these NBA players are opting to take this anti-vaxxer route. Kyrie Irving in particular. I watched this other cat say something, and he was like, and he's had COVID and he's recovered from COVID, but his feeling is like he's healthy enough and he's not sure what side effects he's going to get from the vaccine. The thing that gets me is I think every person has a right to determine what their health regimen is going to look like. Mm-hmm. The problem I have is you're using either fake information or misinformation or made up potentialities to suggest why you're not taking the vaccine. Like, just say I'm not going to take it, period. Don't give a stupid response after that, because otherwise it makes you look dumb. And that's
so I have a really interesting point about this. Like, do what you want to do. That's your life. Like, stay in your box. My problem is that when people start to try to scare others who are ready to take the vaccine, keep that shit to yourself. For me personally, and I mean, I don't, Mac, I was in the room with, when you were talking about the vaccine the first time, when you were talking about wearing masks and this and that, whatever. The idea of like actually doing what's best for like the masses versus just what's best for yourself is always what's more important to me. I think that should be most, like, don't try to create this energy where people just don't want to do it, and then you create, like, you lie, you tell these like the dumbest shit. Like, I constantly hear, like, even like this pruning, which is hilarious, by the way. That shit was actually like, creatively. You guys have to watch Loki to really get it. But like, even like to have that idea to do something that's going to scare other people to not do it, you're just adding to the problem. So shut the fuck up. If you're not gonna get it, then don't get it. But don't sit here and try to give all these different conspiracy theories that you can't even say, you know, are true or not, because you heard it from somebody as you were waiting for your bacon, egg, and cheese.
I mean, my balls
I'm vaccinated.
are still, my balls haven't swole up.
I'm vaccinated, and I've never told anybody to get vaccinated. My thing is if you don't want to get vaccinated, that's okay. But when you don't want to get vaccinated and you want to impede my space or the space of the general public, supermarket, restaurant, pool, park, family gathering, that's where I have an issue. What I'm saying is I don't want us to have to the purpose of me getting vaccinated was so that I didn't have to wear a mask. Now we got to remask again, and that's what I just had a problem with. So then the purpose of getting the vaccine was null and void. I don't understand. So those are the kind of considerations for me. And if I have to remask again, that's okay. But then everybody else has to follow the rules too.
Well, you know, that is what you just said is one of the anti-vaccination arguments. Is the first thing that they wound up coming back with. The retort was, well, why the fuck did you get a shot if you still got to wear a mask? It doesn't make any sense. That's one of their arguments. Again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a Google scientist. I'm not a Facebook scientist.
You're not a real scientist.
I'm not a real scientist. I don't know. I don't even
pass science class.
I don't play one on TV.
Come on, Dexter.
Well, actually,
but you would.
Actually, what you do is you have the Delta variant, and you get 3 shots in the face, and the facial vaccine is better than the other vaccine. Now, listen, I talk about it in my act. I'm not a scientist, but I think we all can agree is like, okay, shut the fuck up. You don't want to take the shot, don't take the shot. But like what PJ said earlier, don't try to convince people. It's like unfortunately, it's like a in Texas right now where they're removing the rights for a woman to choose what they want to do with their bodies. And the people in the parking lot who have like, you know, makeshift fetal tissue in a jar, and this is what your baby looks like, and all of this shit is like, listen, mind your fucking business. It's not your soul, right? It's not your spirit that you're fighting for. And the irony to all these anti-abortion people is, are you going to take care of the child when it's 18? The same people who a lot of the people who say they're against abortion are the ones who are also against welfare and things of that nature that some of these women find themselves on because they can't afford to take care of a child. Mm-hmm. Or the ones that are anti-abortion are ready to put a motherfucker in a chair and pull the switch. Mm. I'm anti-abortion, but I'm for capital punishment. It's like, how the fuck can you be on both sides of the argument if you call yourself a true Christian? That's just my thing. I think you should just shut the fuck up.
You're pro-life until the life starts.
Exactly. You pro-life until that nigga sticks you up, and now you put him in a chair and burn him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I find, you know, hypocritical in a lot of situations. Again, mind your business, do what's good for you and your family, and that's basically it, man. Everything else is like, you know, Jesus, Christmas, man. It just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. I think, I don't know, man. What, you know, we talked about it on the podcast. It's like, are we at the end of days? Like, what's really going down with society, and how have we become this 1984 society? Like, what the fuck has happened? We're just large masses of swaths of society are being manipulated by it's a Facebook meme. I saw it on Facebook. It's real. There is no other news media. It's Facebook or nothing.
You know how I know we're at the end of days? You know how I know we're at the end of the days?
How's that?
There's a new Matrix coming out. That's how I know it's over. It's over. It's a new Matrix.
Okay.
Over. How do you guys feel about that? New Matrix coming out.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm a fan.
I'm looking forward to like the next generation understanding what because the Matrix back then was actually like groundbreaking for all the 100%. Special effects now. So I'm trying to see where they're gonna take it. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited for it. I'm still like, Like
I can't believe it's been 22 years, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been like a whole like high school. It's been like a whole college graduate. Like
right.
I don't know if we really need it.
Oh my God! Shit. It was 19.
Actually, we don't need it.
No, we don't. We don't.
It was 98, 99 when it came out.
There's actually too much content.
Oh man, I think it's the movie itself, not only special effects wise, but it influenced an entire generation of thinking as far as are we living in a matrix? Like, you know, that term, you know, grew legs and wings at that point when it came out. I just like visually, I was like, this shit is crazy, right? The second and third one, the special effects got a little crazy, got a little video game-ish, but the first one definitely was dope. I still can watch that movie to this day.
Lest we not forget, the Matrix also ushered in a spirit of white men who are now white women stealing from black women.
That part.
Facts. And I'm glad that she got her check.
Did she get her check?
Yes, she did.
Do we know how much she got?
I don't know how much she got, but she got her check for that and the Terminator, because they took the Terminator from her. Really? I think what it was, the Terminator and the Matrix movies were spawned from her original idea, which I think was one idea. I don't know if it was a book or a script that she wrote, and basically that gave birth to the Terminator and the Matrix. Because when you think about it,
she wrote a short story and a script.
Yeah, I believe so. But
it was some foundational work that she created that they basically just lifted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but the truth about it, so here's the thing about the Matrix, right? So, all right, so I've started to experiment with psychedelics, right? There's a part of psychedelics when let's say you take the mushroom, you start to see things that you didn't really see before, that you couldn't see with your naked eye, like with your regular eye, and it's obviously not really there. Like example, so I took a mushroom and I went walking around in Prospect Park. Those trees in there have souls, from what I saw. Now, who's to say that that's not part of the Matrix, right? So this is like an extended conversation about like just random nonsense that the Matrix actually did open our eyes to see. And when I say they have souls, I mean like there were faces in the trees like this, and this is just purely from the trip.
Nigga. What you doing in the park?
No, but they didn't
for a second.
No, they didn't say anything. They was just like stuck there, and it was just like not real faces, but it was like the way the wood looks, carved like a face. So it's like the idea of opening our eyes, and because you've never. Why do your eyes hurt? Because you've never used.
I don't want to be that high.
Yeah,
I don't want to be that.
No, you don't either. And no, you don't want to be that high riding a bike. You don't.
Oh,
wow.
Now you was bugging. I remember the first time I did a psychedelic was
it was.
I was about 20, 21 at the time, and it was a friend of mine who got acid, and we tripped, and we were upstairs. We were at my house in Long Island, and first of all, I picked him up. I dropped it, and when I drove home, it takes about 30 minutes to take effect. I get to the house, and I'm like, this is some bullshit, ain't doing nothing. We were smoking at the time. Well, unbeknownst to me, that weed kind of like slows up the process. So he's like, yo, we should drink some orange juice. Orange juice, the acid in orange juice kind of stimulates the whole process. This, matter of fact, when this happened, this was the first Source Awards that was televised. We had tripped that day. So we turned that shit off because it was garbage. We're playing video games. We're playing Sega Genesis and football Sega Genesis. And when the dude used to make the touchdown, he would do like a little dance. Well, it was at the time that I scored a touchdown that shit immediately hit us. And the man was doing the dance, but it got bigger and bigger until the man was literally the size of the TV. And I looked at my boy and I was like, nigga, do you see this nigga dancing? And it was just like, and it just kept, and it kept replaying. We wound up going out of the house. And because it fucks with your brain as well as your sight, I was seeing the heat trails coming off the houses. It was like vibration of heat trails. Looked into the sky. the stars and moon, everything was just all over the place. I remember just laying on my lawn, just looking up at the sky and just seeing all types of shit. It was fucking fun to me. I was, plus we were smoking. So, and then there was a time I did mushrooms where I saw a lion in the sky, like the Lion of Judah. So, I was listening to a lot of reggae back then, and but anyway, it was fun, man. It's a mind altering experience.
Yeah.
Correct.
You have to definitely be in the right state of mind to do it. You can't be on some depression shit, because I had a bad trip before where I thought everybody was trying to kill me, and I left them niggas at their house and went home, locked the door, and just slept that shit off. Because if you're in the wrong state of mind, that's why when you hear stories about people losing their mind, a lot of times it's because they get slipped something and they're not mentally prepared to what's going to happen. If you're not ready for it, next thing you know, like, why the fuck am I seeing shit? And then something snaps in your brain, and then motherfuckers never come out of it. That's why you see like some of the local bums, or homeless.
We've already established there's a hierarchy to bums. There's a bum hierarchy.
Homeless deficient.
The local community dwellers.
Yes. Homeless, home deficient individuals.
The crack community outreach program.
I heard somebody call them something. They said they're not homeless anymore.
Yeah.
What was the other word?
Houselessness. Yeah. So it was an experience. And then if you go out to Arizona or those places where they do different type peyote and things of that nature, and I've never done that before, but I'm open to it, man. Fuck it. You only live once. So we're gonna go. Decoding 40 Arizona. What's up, PJ? You coming along with us, brother?
Yeah. When you were telling your story,
PJ's coming with us to Arizona to trip on peyote. and then we'll write a script. Then we'll write a script, PJ. You'll be the star.
I'm trying to tell you, like how much you watch television, you're like, oh my God, how high did you have to be to write this? But it's like the greatest shit in the world. So like, I'm telling you, like, everybody who's creative, if it just get a little high, not there. We don't need to be Whitney and Bobby Brown.
Slander. We are not going to slander Whitney Houston on this show.
We're not going to slander the truth. So we're you don't need to be that level. But we don't. It's okay to have a little touch here and there. Just do it responsibly. It's a difference. And I say this in general, and I say this to everybody. Like, that's why I don't judge when people do what they do. There's a difference between recreation and abuse.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Watch your shit. That's it.
You can
and
there's
a difference.
I wanted to go back to Vin when you were telling your story, and you said that you two were watching the Source Awards. The first, and you turned it off. The first thought that came to mind was you two looking at each other saying, "Did you win anything?" No, I didn't win anything either. Let's turn this shit off.
You know what bugged us out, because that's when the trip we were watching it, and it was hosted by Ed Lover and Dr. Dre at the time.
Oh my God!
Oh wow!
And Dr. Dre was wearing this linen suit, and everybody who knows Dr. Dre from the East Coast was a large gentleman. I kept looking. He was
wearing a tight black stretch t-shirt.
No. He was wearing it was a beige linen suit, and I kept looking at this nigga. I'm like, this nigga look like a sack of fucking potatoes.
How dare you? How dare you?
He looked like a sack of potatoes for real. I was like, yo, look at this sack of potatoes. And as I say it, the fucking outfit looked like a sack, like he was wearing a sack on. It was just bananas, man. And that was the year that the whole East Coast West Coast thing started with Big E. And Suge Knight got up there and said that shit, you tired of niggas dancing in the videos and all that shit. And we saw it and was like, yo, at that point, we didn't think it was going to become what it did, but the rest is history. But yeah, that was trippy, Colonel.
Well, shout out to my brother from another mother, Rich Winkler's in the building.
That's what's up. That's for sharp. That's for sharp. But let's play another video real quick.
Another video.
This one, if anybody in here, and everybody's been on one of these school trips, right? we always had that one chaperone parent that was not playing games. Here it goes.
Okay, guys, can you really quiet down really quick? We're really just trying to, guys, can you quiet? Excuse me. I know y'all just heard him say quiet down. I know ain't nobody up in here deaf. Be quiet. What's the problem? Shh. Is the field trip gonna have to be canceled or what? Be quiet, dude. My guy in the back. What's his name back there? Roy. Come stand up here by me. Anybody else want to stand up here? Or you could just stay back and not go on the field trip, and I'm pretty sure the teachers can find you a packet. I don't know. Yep. This is ridiculous. Please continue. I'm sorry. Okay. Hey.
Yo, that shit hits so real because that is so real. Listen, male or female parent who you know when they went on a trip, you're like, God damn it, her mother coming. You know how mean she is as fuck. Yo, quick chaperone story, right? Rick's not here, right? But we went on a field trip together, and I want to say his mom and my mom happened to be on the same trip. And I forgot where I think we went to like what's the not Dutch country or whatever, one of these fucking field trips that they took every PS 170 whatever school went there, right? We went on the trip, whatever. And Rick's mother, who was no joke, right? To this day, you know what I mean? She's to this day, I mean, that's my second mother, you know what I mean? She helped raise me for real. But I think Rick tried to take something. Yo, his mom's was not having it. She tried to kill that nigga. She's like, "You're trying to steal something? You're crazy." Yo, man, but Rick probably remember that story. Rick's not here, but he'll see the rewind. He'll be like, "Fuck you, Ben, for telling that story."
We'll have to ask him about that next.
We'll have to ask another one. But yeah, man. But listen, everybody knows that parent who, when they went on a trip, like, damn, Miss Smith coming on a trip. You know she mean as fuck. Oh man, those are.
So I don't think I have any trip stories, but my grandmother was the lunch lady. At
at your school?
Yeah, at my school. Yeah. At my school, 1 year. Let's story time, right? I had got suspended. It's the first time somebody's ever kicked my ass. I kind of deserved it. I was like fooling around with this, like just poking at this kid, and I took his kufi off. Ass whooping. Deserve. I mean, he fucked me up. Like,
you took off my kufi, brother. I have to fuck you up.
That was for all of Allah. Jeez.
Every single, and so like he wailed my ass. This is right there on Halsey and in Bed-Stuy. Wow. Halsey, I'm not sure if it's PS5 or PS9 because I went to both. Halsey and Howard. And when I tell you that I got suspended at the beginning of the school and I didn't go home until actual regular day. And my father was just like, "Hey man, how was school today?" I was like, it was good because I had like after I got suspended, I went to Coney Island. I went, whatever.
On a cyclone, eating popcorn.
I went on like it was a regular like this is like cool. I get to go home like a regular day, like my grandmother is.
Why
not
you keep coming from school with mad toys? Why you got mad toys when you?
But like no, this is like 6th grade, 5th grade. And of course that was like the best ass whooping I've ever deserved.
Oh my God. Crazy.
She would always embarrass me every single time that I would go up there, and she was like, let me serve my baby, and she was loud, woman with a mustache. And of course,
baby, you want extra chocolate milk? Baby, you want some extra cookies?
God bless.
You need 2 apples, baby. You better take these extra apples, baby.
Take it home. We got all these free apples.
Because your mother can't cook, so here's some extra stuff.
Hi, Mom.
Your grandma sent you home with 2 apples, huh? We're gonna have to talk to her. She know. Hand me my corded phone.
Apple pies, apple bread, apple cake.
Listen, I remember the school trips, and it wasn't a total struggle at my house. My mother basically, it was me and my mom's for the most part, and she did what she had to do, as far as making sure that I had what I needed, and would at least give me the $5 so I can go get me a ham and cheese hero, cream soda, and a Hostess cupcake. You get all that for $5 back in the day, right? I always felt sorry for the kids who had to eat the peanut butter and jelly and the fucking wax paper. If you went to a New York school, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And the chocolate milks was always hot as fuck, and the kids had to eat the peanut butter. BJ's went away from the camera like, nigga, don't be talking about the peanut butter and jellies.
Yo, I actually like the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yo, they put it on that. I guess it wasn't even white bread. Yeah. It was like gray bread.
Yeah.
No.
The jelly would seep through the. Maybe you went to a school that used Wonder Bread.
We talked about this before. Yeah, we had actually really good sandwiches.
Yeah, nigga, you went because you went to the Huxtable school.
Yeah, somebody mom's was actually cooking. It was an actual mom in there cooking.
No, nigga, this was lunch ladies with that bread. Hard ass peanut butter. It was the fucking Wick peanut butter they used to use, and the jelly would seep through the bread.
Yeah, I ain't eat that.
And if my thing is, you can only stack so many peanut butter and jellies on top of each other before the one at the bottom is totally crushed, and you'd be the motherfucker with it. It was just, I remember those days. And if you had to eat that shit, oh, you was getting snapped on. And I was
the key to that is to put peanut butter on both sides. Right,
to keep the jelly from
both sides, so it wasn't like seep into. But yeah.
But they wasn't taking that type of caring when they was making them sandwiches and putting that shit in the way. They go fuck about that shit. It's like, nigga, you gonna eat this peanut butter and jelly, or you gonna be hungry. But I remember, man, because I was an asshole as a kid. Still am an asshole, but as a kid, I was a big asshole. I was a skinny nigga with a big head, and kids would snap on me. And don't be the kid to snap on me. Because even back then I had jokes and I had a foul mouth. You gonna snap on me? Are you eating a peanut butter and jelly from the wax paper? My nigga, you trying to snap? Oh, it's on. It's on. And you eating that old ass Macintosh apple with the bruise on it, nigga. What's wrong with you? You eating that struggle apple. You eating a struggle apple, my nigga, and that hot ass chocolate milk, nigga. That shit is 1 more degree. That shit'll be cheese. You all fucked up.
I don't know why I never told this story, and it's not my story. From 20, but from no, hear me.
That might be the reason.
Yeah, probably 2019. I gotta be careful how I tell a story because I don't want to incriminate anybody. 2019, a mother gets a permission slip. We're going to take your daughter on a field trip to a farm. Sounds good. She signs it. We're going to be talking about historical things. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. And one of the things they're going to be talking about is slavery. You have to sign a permission slip. Sign a permission slip. No problem. All these kids are kind of age where they have cell phones, though. They get on the bus. The whole time on the way to the farm, they're talking about history and slavery and farming and all this stuff. They get to the farm. They have like a study area in the science hall. They walk them through the farm. At some point, and I don't know why this hasn't been a bigger outrage. At some point, the staff and the teachers come out and they give all of the kids sacks. And then they take them out into the cotton fields so that they can pick cotton.
Yeah.
Little girl texts her mother and said, "Mom, they want me to pick cotton." She says, "Don't you pick no cotton." It's a true story. This just happened in 2019. I don't know why there wasn't more outrage about it and whatever else. Now, they put it in the context of all the kids are multiracial or whatever, but I don't know who in the holy hell thought it was educational for these little black children to be out there with a sack picking cotton. This did not happen in New York. This was Georgia.
I've got a great idea. Okay, let's take all these little nigglets, give them a sack, right? And we're going to take video of them picking cotton so they know how it used to feel. We want them to have the slave experience.
I don't know
what we're trying
who
to do.
This was a good fucking idea.
This is the ones who thought let's make America great again. So yeah, so
exactly.
This is the good old time. Good old time.
But wait,
look at that one.
Did you guys see the Oh, this is from 2016, but it just came back up. There was a slide that a teacher had. Is slavery always bad? And she had pros and cons to slavery. Pros included slavery would be beneficial for some companies due to faster work performance. Not all slaves are treated with neglect. Most slaves have food, shelter, and clothing. And finally, slavery can be viewed as an opportunity to pay off debt. The cons: slaves were sometimes harshly beaten. Slaves had little to no freedom. I like little to no freedom. Families may be separated, and slavery goes against human rights.
And
this was someone's lesson for the day.
Was that on a Confederate flag template?
The pros were
presentation template.
Slaves were
it's on
hugged.
an all-white background, so there you go. It's a white
slaves were
background.
hugged so hard that they would break, and the women slaves were treated with rape. I mean, with love. Yeah, the fuck was going on in their mind to even fucking do this bullshit?
Yo, it's amazing how the some people are fucking that stupid to do some shit like that. What time is it? Yo, let's play another video real quick. This is a play on if you grew up in the 80s or even the early 90s, they always had the, those Dare commercials, do not do drugs and this, that, and the other. This was always one of my favorite commercials because even back then when I watched it, I thought this was some bullshit, but here's a play on it.
Is this yours?
No.
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must.
Must have who? Must have what? Must have Rhymes? Was it Chris? Huh? Does he have more, you think? Can you call him?
Look, Dad, it's...
No, I'm taking your PlayStation away. This is fire. Where did you get it?
Hold up. Did y'all catch he said, must have who?
Must have
what? Rhymes?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
This is fire. Where did you get it?
Where'd you get this? I'm gonna smoke a joint and drink a beer in a short.
It was the Asian accent for me though.
Yo,
the Family Guy Asian version.
Yo, this shit is like when I used to see those commercials, that's like my sick mind was like, this is some bullshit. Like, come on, man. I learned it from watching you. And like, come on, man. The kid didn't see him rolling a joint. You know what I'm saying? He just saw the album cover with the seeds on it.
Depends on how you grew up.
True that. We grew up in the 80s, so I mean, I like I was talking to my therapist and we're talking about things. She's like, I grew up in the 80s and shit. She's like,
come on, therapy.
She started asking questions and stuff like, so how was I said, well, yeah, you saw shit. You saw fucking crack vials and shit like that. It wasn't, I mean, it was a great time to get a VCR, but other than that, it was nothing that we saw that was really out of control. Growing up in Queens, you saw what it was doing to people. You knew you didn't want to be one of them motherfuckers. Right. And God bless my mother who never turned to drugs and most of the people I was around, because that's some horrible shit that, there were parents out there who got addicted to that shit and their kids, were either abused or, didn't have shit to wear, had to eat the peanut butter and jelly and the fucking wax paper, Thank God.
Yo, the casualness in which you said you might get a VCR is hilarious.
That part. Listen, I will never forget the time my mother was driving. So we're from Brooklyn, right? So we're all from Brownsville. I will never forget the time that we were driving on Flatbush Avenue, coming from somewhere in the city. I have no idea. And she was driving, and somebody was selling a camcorder, right? The camcorders, right? And she was excited. She's like, "Okay, put it under the seat. So I put it under my feet, so nobody, because all of a sudden you thought you were going to get arrested or some shit. We got home, that shit was like 2 cinder blocks. In there.
Yo, PJ, that shit happened to my man in the village. and he thought it was official because his shit was wrapped like in that cellophane or whatever. He thought, but apparently crackheads have laminate machines, so who fucking knew, right? So the shit was. There's a whole crackhead scam, and they were like, well, we can just get a laminate machine. We can make this shit official. Yo,
they get it from the crackhead community outreach program.
Yo, listen, dude was like, yo, I got this this fly ass camcorder. Open that shit. It was one brick. Just
That's
one.
Hilarious.
Oh my god. Yep. How much did it get your mom for?
I mean, I was like 14, so I don't even really know. I just know that my father was pissed because so I'm assuming that it was actually like $50 or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was some deal.
Of course, it's a deal.
She was just like,
of course, it's a deal. Oh
man, that was a good night for that crackhead.
That's what's up.
My mother got
oh shit! Look what I got.
Ooh.
Oh
That's
man,
10 rocks.
10 rocks. He's like, I want the whole 8-ball. Everybody's getting high tonight.
On me.
On me. Use the man. That's right.
By no means are we condoning crack usage here. Decoding 40.
Although we're not shaming crackheads either, so there you have it.
No. Hey,
no thing. That's why, like I said, recreation, abuse.
Yes.
But crack will lead to a breach.
Listen, it's like a bruise. It's like this when you're trying to do.
I had a big tongue. I had a lisp. I had a lisp growing up. Why you gotta bring it out, man? Go ahead.
It's like the difference between thinking about you're gonna do some drugs and then end up doing narcotics. I have a story like that in Jamaica one time. I thought I was going to do some casual drugs and wound up being narcotics and had me all fucked up in Jamaica. But anyway, I retort. Allow me to retort. No, listen, we're almost out of time. We got 2 minutes left. Any parting words, fellas?
Tomorrow, new episode. Disrespectfully was it? Collaboration? Cooperation? Disrespectful cooperation.
How high is this guy right now?
He's tired.
I'm very high.
He's like, disrespectful.
New episode drops tomorrow.
I don't know what we called it, but we talking this shit.
You know where it's at. Go to your fucking local Spotify or whatever you listen to. No, listen, we got a new episode tomorrow, right?
Actually, it's a good episode too. We talk about why are women not submitting to men.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Why? And more importantly, they're partners. They're partners, and especially in communities of color, that it's an issue as opposed to other communities. It's culturally, it's culturally appropriate. It's more culturally acceptable. For that, why is it such a difficult?
Look at him cleaning it up. All
yeah,
right.
Hey, look at this. Look at Bishop Tutu over here.
Cleaning him up.
All right.
We got
nothing different than I said. All right.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. New episode tomorrow. So please go out there and listen. We're here every Thursday at 10 o'clock. Thanks for everyone who came on tonight to join us. And PJ, you got any last words, brother? What's coming up with you as far as projects or anything new?
Thank you guys thank you for having me on. Just check out we're timing is everything. Everybody's busy. Everybody's got something to do. No real new projects. I'm actually working on a script. I'm not gonna really go too much detail. I've been working in silence. Just keeping that shit to myself. But if you don't subscribe to Highly Melanated Podcast. We did one podcast of the year last year here in Brooklyn. So shout out to that. The last episode we did was called Unpopular Opinions. And we set it up like People's Court, but it was actually the Highly Melanated Court. So check it out. But
y'all some smart motherfuckers. Y'all winning awards. We ain't win no awards yet. Why can't we win an award? Yet.
You know, exactly. Like that show is the show. When I listen to that show, I'm like, damn, they're pretty mature.
And we like, why come read?
And we're older. We should be more mature. Right, exactly. You know what I mean? But apparently we're not. Well, you know what? They don't have me to fuck up sponsors and everything else that I do.
This is true.
Type of shit I'm on.
Well, PJ, brother, I wanted to thank you. It was a last-minute request, and you answered the call, so I appreciate you joining us tonight.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Oh, can I make one? Wait, actually, one
Yes.
thing. Okay, really quick. If anybody is, I'm looking at all you guys who are actually watching this. If any of you are a Black business owner, we have a segment of our show called The Highly Melanated Business, where we are promoting Black businesses for absolutely free.
That's
the fuck. I know, but my purpose is to
no,
help
it's dope. I saw
platform.
you guys are doing that. It's dope.
Yeah, use my platform to help others who have Black businesses. And it's not us reading a script from the sponsor, because you would technically be a sponsor. You're not paying us for anything, but it's actually your voice. So if you are interested, send me an email directly to my personal email is iampjryan@gmail.com or highlymelanatedpodcast@gmail.com.
That's what's up. So, you know, all you businesses out there who want to get that free promotion, man, shout them out.
Shout them out.
So we're gonna leave tonight. We missed
TJ, don't hang up on the other side of the outro.
We missed Alric tonight, man. You know what I mean? You know, safe travels back, you know, so we might as well go out with him ending the show tonight. All right. So y'all have a great night, and we'll talk to y'all next week. Listen tomorrow for the episode. Listen to Highly Melanated Podcast. If you don't listen, you're a fucking clown.
Peace.